Guys, so here it is, the granddaddy of all motorcycles. This is the 2019 CVO Ultra Limited. CVO standing for Custom Vehicle Operations. It's Harley-Davidson's ultra premium line of motorcycles. They only make about 3 or 4 CVOs every model year, the Ultra Limited being one of those bikes every year. So basically Harley-Davidson throws everything they've got at these bikes. Everything that you can find in the parts and accessory catalog has pretty much been applied to this motorcycle. And it also comes with Harley-Davidson's biggest price tag as well, coming in at $43,889 US. So basically when you buy one of these bikes, you know you're getting the most premium touring motorcycle that you can find out there. This is the benchmark for all other touring bikes, especially high-end motorcycles out there. Alright, so I'm going to go over all 3 colors available in the 2019 model year. The first one is called Auburn Sunglow and Black Hole with rich bourbon. It's like a 2-tone brown color. It looks real nice. And this bike is all chromed out, so all your engine covers, your exhaust, your bars, your front forks, all chrome. And it's interesting because this is the only one of the 3 Ultra Limiteds that come all chromed out, which historically these bikes have always been chrome. So it's been really interesting to kind of see over the years Harley-Davidson applying their blacked out finishes to more and more of their bikes. Here's a shot of the interfering, color matched interfering, of course. You've got the new 6.5 GTS infotainment system. It's a lot snappier, newer software, more intuitive. You've got the 3 main functions of the infotainment system front and center. Just a lot easier to kind of navigate and get to the stuff that is used most frequently on the new infotainment system. I haven't been able to ride much with that system yet, but just using it on the floor and stuff, it seems really nice. I wish I could get it for my 18, but it won't retrofit back to the old models. Here's a shot of the front lighting. You got Harley-Davidson's LED Daymaker front headlamps and passing lamps and turn signals on this bike as well. This is the chrome backing as opposed to the blacking it in a chrome or black backing on the LED lights. So let's move on to the second color here. So the second color is called Magnetic Gray and Wineberry with red pepper. And it's interesting because as I started making this video, I realized that a lot of these colors are kind of used in multiple bikes. Like the Magnetic Gray is a solid color on the 3rd Limited that I'm going to get to in just a minute. And then the Wineberry is a color used on one of the CVO Street Glides, and red pepper is a color used on one of the Road Glides. So Harley-Davidson is really implementing these, a combination of their CVO colors on different bikes and in different ways, like in utilizing them in like 2-tone variations to kind of mix things up. And you'd never know it just looking at all these bikes unless you kind of looked at the names closely and identified that some of these colors overlap on the different models. So here's a shot of the infotainment system with it on, shot of the gauges. This is a color matched interfering. You've got the bezels around all the gauges as well, titanium backed. Here's a shot of the grips. So one of the changes this year is you've got the Kahuna collection on all the controls. Here's a shot of the seat. It's a really nice perforated seat with these cool panels in the passenger seat back there as well. These seats are all heated as well, passenger and rider. You have individual switches for each of the different cushions on the seat. LED tail lights and LED strips in the rear tour pack and everything. You do not have stretched bags on the Limited. They still have the regular size bags on the Limited. Here's a shot of the Kahuna floorboards. I'm a big fan of these Kahuna collection. They also have this collection of controls on the CVO Street Glide as well. If I could wave a magic wand, I'd put all these hand controls and foot controls on my Street Glide that I have right now. I'm a pretty big fan of them. You've got a heated grips as well. All 3 of these colors have a different exhaust finish. This is kind of like that nickel finish on the exhaust system, and it's on a couple of different bikes that I've shown, like the Street Glide CVOs as well. I really like the finish on the exhaust system on this particular color. It's probably my favorite of the 3. The other colors are the black and then the chrome, but you can see here, I don't even know what Harley calls it, but it's like a nickel finish on the exhaust system. So in the front, you've got all the black LED Daymakers, you've got the black forks, black engine guard and highway pegs and everything. You got the wind splitter windshield. You got one of the taller ones on here that Harley makes. There's a shot of the side primary. Obviously, you've got the 117 cubic inch, which is advertised on the side of the clutch cover there, the primary cover. The inner dash is all black there. You got a luggage rack on the tour pack on this bike. This is the King tour pack as opposed to the chopped tour pack. You've got 2 sizes of tour packs now, guys, starting in the 14 model year, the King and the chopped. You don't have the sliver one anymore, like the pizza box as people used to call it. And here's a shot of the engine. You've got here's a closer shot of the Kahuna collection floorboards. Kind of cool. And all the covers, of course, are all black. And here are the wheels. The wheels are another big change this year. So this is a brand new wheel this year. It's called the Tomahawk wheel. It's a 19-inch wheel in the front. You got an 18-inch wheel in the rear. So that's quite a big step up from the previous models where you had a 17-inch front and a 16-inch rear. So they're going more towards that, custom bagger look on these Ultra Limiteds now. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Tomahawk wheel. It looks real great. So let's move on to the third and final color. They call this a magnetic gray fade. This is the simplest of the three colors. This is not a two-tone of any type. The other Limiteds come in a two-tone, and they have all the blacked out cosmetics on this bike. So your black forks. Here's a shot of that Tomahawk wheel. It's a 19-inch front wheel. Tomahawk wheel, all black. It matches it with an 18-inch wheel in the rear. And here's a shot of the heated seats there. And you've got that simple badging as well on the side of the tank. They used that badge last year on the CVOs. Real simple, real clean. This is the only Limited this year that has that badge, and the other two have the Harley-Davidson badging on the side. So here's a shot of the rear end. You've got all the LED lighting in the rear. You got the LED light bar on the back tour pack, the black luggage rack there. And you've got the black heat shields and exhaust system on this bike as well. Here's a shot of the Kahuna collection and the inner fairing as well. All the black bezels around the gauges, the new infotainment system. They use what's called the Gorilla Glass on these new infotainment systems. It's similar to the feel of like an iPhone. Real strong glass, no glare on it. Here's a shot of the seat. You got this orange stitching around the perforated panels on the seat. These seats are extremely comfortable. If you haven't ever sat in one before, I'd recommend just sitting on one on the showroom floor. They feel really, really nice. This is probably my favorite color of the three this year, guys. I kind of just like the simple nature of a solid paint color. My second choice would probably be the magnetic gray and wineberry two-tone, the second one I've shown you here. Let me know in the comment section below which of the three you guys prefer. I always like to get everyone's opinion because I'm doing ordering on these bikes pretty soon, and I'm always curious to know what you guys think are the best colors. It'll be interesting to see if Harley-Davidson releases a fourth CVO mid-model year this year. Oftentimes they do that. If they come out with three initially, they introduce a fourth in the middle of the model year. I think if they do that, my prediction would be that they release a CVO FXDR. But again, that's 100% just a speculation. We'll have to see what happens though. A couple other things that are notable that come with the CVO Limited. You get the wireless headset interface module pre-installed on this bike. You also get the Sirius XM satellite receiver on all the CVOs. I think that's a point that I forgot to mention on my Road Glide and Street Glide video, but you get the satellite XM radio on there. And you also get two of the wireless headsets on this bike as well, as opposed to just one on the CVO Street Glide and Road Glide. The Limited comes with two of those headsets. So that's kind of a nice thing. Of course, you got the big 117 cubic inch engine in this bike. It's the biggest factory shipped Harley-Davidson engine you can buy, biggest displacement you can buy. No other bike other than the CVO come in a 117 from the factory. And they started doing the 117 last year in the 18 model year. Before that, it was a 114. And yeah, you can see on this color once again, the magnetic gray fade, that it kind of fades from darker to lighter as you go down in the saddlebags and the tank and everything. So it's got this really slick fade to it. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I try to get back to everybody. Let me know what colors you like. And let me know what you think of the new 2019 CVO Limited, the good, the bad, whatever your comments are, bring them on. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I got tons of Harley-Davidson content always coming your way. And if you're interested in one of these bikes, hit me up. These bikes do pre-sale, so call your local dealer and leave a deposit if you want one of these bikes. Last year, I was very surprised at how they really cut production on all the CVOs, but especially these Limiteds. I felt like they really cut production on the Limiteds. In years past, there's always kind of been a little bit of a surplus, but in the 18 model year and in this 19 model year, I feel like they're really cutting back. So if you want one of these bikes this year, you should contact your dealer very soon and put a deposit on one and order them early because they will sell out. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.